Hey, good afternoon. Good Sunday afternoon to you guys. Thank you for those of you that are joining me. For those that are going to come on in a few minutes, thank you. Um, excuse me, but thank you for joining me today. Got a couple of things that we're going to talk about today, real quick. We are at the. Can y'all believe it's the end of October already? Like we are literally at the end of October, and just like this whole entire year, this month has literally flown by. Um, hey, here's the other design, real quick. This is the other design that I was telling you guys that I was going to get. I have already had some pre-orders done. If you want to go ahead and get yours pre-ordered, you can. This is it. This is the transitioning peacock that we're going to do, and I'm loving it. It's beautiful. It's strong, focused, and confident. It's who we are, what we do, uh, the mantra that we live by, being strong, focused, and confident. And that takes a lot of work. So I do appreciate you. Also, as you see rolling across the bottom of your screen, that we will be having our holiday vendor fair. I am so excited. We got about 15 vendors. We've got some food trucks. We're going to have a gift wrapping station because we've got folk that are selling soaps and fragrances and books and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. People that's got services that they're going to give gift certificates for, that you can purchase gift certificates. We got people who work out and all that stuff, like a whole ton of everything that's going to happen on the campus of Guilford College. You will see this week a flyer posted to our page. Please share that. We want to get the word out because we want to make sure that these vendors are being able to be showcased and selling their product. And this is the best way that we can do it. You know, we have so many local artisans and artists and authors and everything. So we just all going to come together on December the 2nd, Saturday from 12 to 6. And we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. So don't forget to save that date for us, okay? Because I want to see you there. I don't care where you're watching from. Make it a point to come to Greensboro on the Gifford College campus. You're going to get all the information that you need over the next 2 or 3 days, I promise. So we're going to make sure that happens. So let's get into it. We're going to finish up. Not going to keep you long today, but we're going to finish up finding balance. Thank y'all all month for those of you who have been on regularly. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate your input. I appreciate your transparency and your participation. So thank you. But let's get into it. Let's finish up finding balance and just sort of kind of recapping the month, how important it is to find that balance. Last week, we sort of kind of did exactly that. We talked about that being out of balance can affect you mentally. It can affect you physically because it is stress. It creates stress. It can affect you emotionally, and it just throws everything out of sorts. Some of the factors that you see mentally is anxiety. Things that you see happen physically when you're out of balance is, your high blood pressure. We find pleasure in overeating or undereating. For some, we find a struggle when we struggle with sleeping. And some people turn to drugs and alcohol and sex and all kinds of things that we try to do to compensate the fact that we are out of balance. And the reason why we stay out of balance is because most of us don't even know what being out of balance looks like. So that's it in a nutshell. When there's too much of one thing and not enough of another, that you're out of balance. For example, if you spend so much time and energy and effort and attention on your job, but friends and family get what's left over from you, then you're out of balance. There's a thing called work-life balance. And when you're out of balance, somebody's going to fall short. And I think being the unique and wonderful person that you are, everybody needs to experience you at 100%. So if you're working on your job and you want to spend all the time, half the night with your family or friends, and you stay up all night and you go to work and then you can't function at 100%, then you're out of balance. And the same thing happens on the other end of the spectrum when you spend too much time at work and not enough time focusing on your children and just you personally, your your things that help promote good health and well-being, you're out of balance. And when you're out of balance, nobody gets to have that 100% of you. So it is so important. I can't stress it enough. That has been one of the things that I have perpetuated in my life for probably like the last 20 years is just creating balance. I have to have balance. And when I'm not functioning completely balanced, I feel it, just as some of you have said. As some of you have said over the previous weeks, what it looks like when you know you're out of balance. You know, you are less tolerable, you are less tolerant, you are more anxious, you're more stressful, you're more irritable. And those are some of the things that happens to me too when I know that I'm out of balance. And I have learned that in order for me to maintain balance, I have to focus on me sometimes. I have to just sit down. And one of the ways that I create balance, and I'm just recapping the month, okay? So one of the ways that I create balance or recreate balance is breathing exercises, taking some deep breaths and just settling down and relaxing my mind. I can't remember who said it. It could have been Florence Shannon. I may have mentioned it before, where she said a ship can never come to dock or port on a turbulent sea. It takes calmness to bring the ship to port. So when you are anxious, stressed, angry, or irritable, it keeps blessings, it keeps the good from getting to you. The things that you want, the things that you desire, it keeps those kinds of things from coming to you whenever you are stressed and anxious and all of that. So learn how to calm your mind. Start sitting down and just focusing on one thing, and just keep your focus on the very thing that that will bring you joy. I think about when I love being outside. So whenever I know that I'm stressed, whenever I know that just going outside and listening to the birds and watching the squirrels, you know, that is my haven. And that's usually how I try to start the day, just in case something comes. I want to start the day being balanced. Denise says, when I am out of balance, I shut down everything and focus on me. Yes, I search my inner spirit and listen to my higher, but absolutely. And that is something that you have to, you don't know, if you don't realize what having balance is, if you don't realize how important having balance is, it's hard for you to identify when you're out of balance, because the first thing that we do, and I love that you said, the key that I took away from that, Denise, was you focus on me, you focus on yourself. And a lot of times when we don't know what balance is and we don't know the importance of having balance, we want to try to blame other people. We want to try to blame our circumstances and our situations and our atmosphere. And that's not the case, because I don't care how turbulent it is outside, how chaotic. When you know how to create balance, you literally can have balance in the midst of a storm. You can have peace. Think about the tornado and how on the outer aspects of that tornado, everything is going crazy. Everything is busting up and being blown out of whack and whatever. But in the center of that tornado, the eye of the storm, there is so much peace and calmness. And that's what we've got to learn from that, is that if you want calmness, you have to go into your inner spirit, your inner self, because that's where the peace is. Most people don't sit down and think, okay, I can control this because I can control me. You can't keep life from happening to you. What you can do is to decide on how you're going to respond to it. Promise you, it's going to always be something that's going to come up to throw you out of balance. It's always going to be something that comes up to shake your little boat. But I promise you, if you learn how to look within, everything that you need, you already have. You already have it. I promise you, it's there. You literally just have to go inside and find it and create that balance, okay? So yeah, finding balance, maintaining balance, keeping balance is so important. You know, especially as we approach the holiday season, a lot of times most people are thrown out of balance over the holidays. You know, you worry about going to the holiday parties, and you know, you overeating, undereating. You worry about, can I do this or can I do that? Can I afford to buy this? If I buy this, what, all this stuff that throws us out of balance. And I promise you, learn how to sit down and focus and find the calm that's on the inside. And I assure you that once you get back into balance, every problem that you have will be fine. I promise you. All right. Listen, guys, that's it. That's the wrap up of Finding Balance. I want you to get it and I want you to hold on to it, especially over the next couple of months. Make sure that you maintain balance, okay, so that you don't get thrown out of sorts. Don't forget, December 2nd, I want to see you guys so badly. I want you to come out. It's on the campus of Guilford College. It's literally right on Guilford College Road, the building that we're at. The parking is literally right next to the building. Again, we're going to have food trucks. We're going to have all kinds of artists there, artisans, and just people, about 15 vendors, give or take one or two. And I want to see you guys there. All right. You guys enjoy this beautiful weather because it's getting ready to get really cold. So make sure you don't get stuck in the house today. Go out and make today great. Stay strong, stay focused, stay confident. We'll talk again next week. Bye.